Welcome to the Packard Approved Podcast, the most mediocre fantasy football podcast you will ever find. My name is Packard. I will be your host. Today I'm going over the number one tip for new players and or for players who just can't seem to make the fantasy football playoffs any year. It is the most important tip I could ever bestow upon anyone. And I need you all to stop what you're doing to pay attention to this because it is vital. Do not draft a kicker until the last possible round. I don't care which kick you're taking, don't do it. Do not draft a kicker until the last round. Okay? But I want to reach for Justin Tucker and I want to reach for these top kickers that are available. Cool. Great. Your league, your team, the number one thing that you should do is run the team however you want. Now, if you want to be playing sandcastles come week 13 when everyone else is in the playoffs, stop drafting kickers in the 9th round, the 10th round, the 11th. I saw people take kickers as early as the 6th round, and it blows my damn mind. Don't do it. Gonna get some stats for you real quick. Did you know that in one current league that I looked at real quick, because I don't have time to go through 12 different leagues, the number 4 and number 6 overall kickers were never rostered the entire year. Okay? So imagine you're in a fantasy football league and the 4th and 6th best quarterbacks were just sitting there the whole year, not owned. It's dumb, and there's no need to do it. All right. Last year, I believe kickers, the average ADP for the top 3 kickers were 17.5, which means that ESPN is backing up my decision. That is the 17th round to 18th round, so it's the very last round. People are taking these kickers in the 12th round. Do you know some big names you could have gotten in the 12th round instead of being like, I'm going to take Dustin Hopkins from the Washington Redskins. Ha 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 ha, I'm making the playoffs. You didn't make the playoffs. You and the Redskins both didn't make the goddamn playoffs. In the 12th round, you could have got such names as running back from the Indianapolis Colts, Marlon Mack. Running back, Denver Broncos, Phillip Lindsay. The 8th best quarterback, Drew Brees. Or the number 1 overall fantasy football player, number 1 overall NFL player, the cover boy of Madden 2020, Patrick goddamn Money Mahomes in the 12th round. And instead you took someone as stupid as Mason Crosby because you thought you were ahead of the curve. Don't do it. I'm going to sound like I'm banging on the drum because it blows my mind. Did you know? We're just going to make the segment called Did You Know? That while you're reaching for kickers in the 9th round, people like myself, like Anthony Yovina, like other championship caliber owners, we're reaching for other players that are projected in the 203rd spot, 30 spots after the kicker, running back from the Cleveland Browns, Nicholas Chubbs, who finished 15th overall in running backs. Did you know that while you're taking the kicker in the 11th round, probably the kicker from the Atlanta Falcons, Matt Bryan, who ended up being injured for a few weeks. Someone in your league was taking ADP 246, soon to be the 4th best tight end last year, in Eric Ebron. Do you know how many good tight ends there are last year in fantasy football? 5. Did you own any of them? Nope, because while you're sleeping and you're going to take O.J. Howard, and then the kicker, everyone else is picking up all these gems, because you're packing a winter coat for your trip to the Bahamas. Which brings me to my last point. Treat the NFL fantasy football draft like you're packing for the Bahamas. You scored an all-expense trip, free of charge. The only catch is it is the hottest week in the last 30 years. And looking at crystal ball, it's the hottest week it will be in the next 30 years. So this draft is packing your suitcase. You're going to pack your sunglasses, your t-shirts, your shorts, your flip-flops, your sandals, your bathing suits. And then, for whatever reason, you decide in the 12th round, you know what I need to do? I need to bring some snowboard pants. In the 9th round, you know what else I need to do? I need to bring a winter jacket. To 103-degree weather in the Bahamas. Does that sound practical? No. Did drafting a kicker in the 9th round sound practical? Not to me, because I don't need that winter jacket when I'm in the beach. That's what it is. Fantasy football is packing your suitcase. Would I rather pack an extra pair of socks? Another bathing suit, another t-shirt, maybe an extra bottle of sunscreen? Yeah, absolutely I do. You know what the last possible thing I need to pack on the 0.00000 chance that it's gonna fucking snow in the Bahamas? That's why I'll draft my kicker. You know what's ironic is people who have drafted a kicker in the ninth round have the same percentage chance to make the playoffs as it does to snow in the Bahamas on July 4th weekend. Zero. So if you take any advice from me at all, or from anyone else that tells you about fantasy football, if you're going to draft a kicker, which you have to because I've tried to not draft a kicker, and ESPN has told me not to, even though Matthew Berry, the godfather of fantasy football, last year was so irate and so angry with kickers that he was on a mission to abolish kickers from standard scoring in PPR leagues. He wanted to get rid of kickers altogether when it comes to fantasy football. And you're all out there trying to take them in the sixth round. Don't do it. You think about it. Add him to your queue. Last round. I took the Cleveland Browns kicker. Do I know who he is? No. Am I going to drop him by week 3? Probably. Because there'll be someone better. And who knows? Maybe I lucked out. But what I do know is I stocked up on running backs. Got those extra pairs of socks. You know, they might get wet. I got 6 pairs of socks. You got to spend $20 for that pair of socks because you brought a winter jacket. Don't do it. That's my advice. Hopefully that helps. Whoever isn't listening, I don't know who needs to hear this. Whoever's in the back who's not paying attention, don't draft a kicker till the last round. That's it. Just don't do it. You make the playoffs. Guaranteed. Kicker last round, you're in the playoffs. See ya.